Hey, it's Matt Moscona. You found it, your home for the latest content on your favorite team, the LSU Tigers. And we're powered by BetUS. Remember, this football season, earn a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Check out BetUS in the description on this video.
This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
So Will Campbell made a whole bunch of headlines on Tuesday when he met with reporters when he made a comment that a lot of people went and ran with. Something about like punching people in the face or something. Is that what it sounded like?
Really, I mean, everybody knows what we got to do. You know, we talk about it in the O-line room all the time. You know, just we got to come out ready to fight, and that's the end of it. I mean, as soon as we, get off that plane, it's a fight. No way around it. I mean, we know what we're there for. We're not there to go to Caesar's Palace. We're there to go get in a fist fight, and everybody in this building knows it, and that's just what it is.
I wonder if that's where the real Caesar lived. Listen, I love the descriptive nature of the comment. I love the honesty. And when it comes from a dude that's 6'6", 320 pounds and is the best in the country at the thing he does, you just pay a little more attention. That's the comment that's gotten all the attention. I love it. It's great. The thing, though, that Will Campbell said that I was most interested in is when he was asked about if he would describe this offense in one word. Oh, he gave a word. I don't even care about the word he used. It's what he said after he gave that one-word answer.
I'll say explosive. There's a lot of explosive playmakers, not only on the outside but the inside in our running back room. And, like I said, we're going to run the ball. So, I mean, that's not something we're hiding or, trying to keep quiet. I'm telling everybody right now we are going to run the football. So you can take what you want with that. And, Caleb, Josh, Caden, all these guys, they're all big, powerful, fast guys. And I'm just excited for them.
So, Will Campbell is telling you point blank, we're going to run the ball. It's one of those things when everybody knows what you're going to do and you still can't stop it. And it's a great feeling. Y'all watch Georgia Tech, Florida State in week 0? At the end of that game, everybody, even people from Ireland who had never watched a football game in their life, knew Georgia Tech was running the ball and Florida State couldn't stop it. Georgia Tech ran 36 times for 190 yards, 5.3 yards per carry. That is demoralizing when you can do it. And we have spent so much time this offseason talking about Garrett Nussmeier, talking about those receivers, talking about the defense. The thing we haven't talked enough about is the thing that's been right under our nose the entire time that we should have been talking about all this time, because Brian Kelly has laid the context clues everywhere. Do you remember the very first day of fall camp? I mean, the very first day of fall camp, Brian Kelly is asked about how he handles Josh Williams and John Emery. Remember, John Emery is coming off a torn ACL. But listen to what Brian Kelly said about Josh Williams. First day of fall camp.
We wanted to put John in a position where the reps mattered, and mattered in the sense of he had to cut. He had to be stressed. He's cleared. So we wanted every rep that he got to be, maybe this is a bad analogy, but a high leverage rep. We didn't want him out there, just blocking or, taking a rep that didn't force him to put his foot in the ground and accelerate. Whereas on the other hand, we wanted Josh Williams to have some low leverage reps because we know what we're going to get from that young man. And then let the two younger players,
Durham. All I needed was the 10 seconds of him saying, we know what Josh Williams is going to get. We know what we're going to get from that young with low leverage reps because we know what we're going to get. Basically, we just got to get him healthy to Saturday. First day of fall camp, Brian Kelly's telling you, we just got to get Josh Williams to Saturday because we're going to ride it. Last week when Brian Kelly met with reporters, he was asked, what are you going to do offensively? Or how would you gauge your offense? He said, we know we are. We're going to run the ball, take our shots, and get the ball to playmakers in space. Led with run the ball. He's telling you. And then here you have Will Campbell saying the exact same thing. Saying exactly what they're going to do. They're going to be physical at the point of attack. They're going to run the football. And you may look, and you may smirk, and you may roll your eyes. Maybe not you, where I'm assuming many of you cheer for LSU, so you're fired up to hear something like that. But it reminded me, when you have someone of that caliber, right? Someone who's the best player on your team, one of the best in the country, telling you point blank what they're going to do. Do you remember? I'll never forget this. I was there. SEC Football Media Days, 2019. Joe Burrow made a comment that a lot of people laughed at the time. Remember this?
I think we're going to score a lot of points, and I don't think a lot of people are used to LSU scoring 40, 50, 60 points a game, and I think we have that capability. I think if we do what we need to do up to fall camp and then continue our hard work in fall camp, we can be one of the best offenses in the country.
So, Joe Burrow and LSU weren't one of the best offenses in the country. They were the best offense in the history of college football. When Joe Burrow said people aren't used to LSU scoring 40, 50, 60 points, they weren't, and a lot of people laughed at that. But he had been at practice. He knew what Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson and Terrace Marshall were. He knew what that offense had the potential to be. None of us did. We weren't out there every single day. But he knew, and he was right. Boy, was he right. And so now you got Will Campbell meeting with reporters telling you point blank, hey, here it comes.
That we're going to run the ball. So, I mean, that's not something we're hiding or, trying to keep quiet. I'm telling everybody right now we are going to run the football.
That's it. Telling everybody we're going to run the football. Now, listen, around here, when somebody says something like that about running the football, we immediately, it's like PTSD back to Les Miles, y'all. We immediately think, oh, God. Too tight, fullback, 3 yards, cloud of dust. Dylan Gordon, the 300-pound tight end who's really just a tackle wearing 85, when all you're going to do is run the ball. I'll tell you this much. That team ran the ball a hell of a lot in 2011. It was fun to watch when everybody knew they were running the ball behind that offensive line and nobody could stop them, and Jarrett Lee just stood there, was efficient, and took deep shots. That was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Until the last game. But it was a lot of fun up until then. Hey, we'll get back to the video in just a quick second. But, of course, loving being able to tell you about our partners at BetUS this football season here on AFR LSU. And, of course, they've got that great offer for you right now, 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. So, watching College Game Day, Week 0, Nick Saban has LSU in the playoff. Well, you want to bet on it, you can at BetUS. Check out the screen. When you go to the NCAA football, they have playoff specials tab. When you scroll down, you see all these different teams and their odds to make the college football playoff. Not to win it, just to make it right there. How about it? LSU to make the playoff plus 220. But you cash in on that right now over at BetUS. If you want to make that bet, you could do it. And remember, 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. So, you love to sports bet like I do, bet with our partners at BetUS this football season. Proud partner here of ours on AFR LSU. Now, back to the video. I'm not telling you LSU's going back 30 years, 50 years in offensive strategy. They're still going to run out. They're still going to operate out of the shotgun. They're going to use tempo and pace, and they're going to be creative in the way they run the ball. But when you got 2 offensive linemen, by the way, who don't get enough credit, Campbell and Jones, for their ability to run block. They don't get enough. We see these athletic dudes on the outside and just think of them as great elite pass blockers. But y'all, Emory Jones is a mauling run blocker. So is Will Campbell. Garrett Dellinger is a stronger run blocker than pass blocker. I mean, they tried him early in his career at tackle. Remember, he played some left tackle. He's better inside in a phone booth. But at the point of attack, he's physical and moves people. Same with Miles Frazier, who's now a 5th-year guy. And DJ Chester's, what's he, 6'6"? What are they, 6'5", 320? I mean, centers aren't usually that big. So, yeah, I think it's exactly what they're going to do. I think Brian Kelly's been throwing out the context clues all summer, and Will Campbell finally told you point blank, here it comes. I remember I was a kid, played on the Millerville Giants. Our coach was Norman Browning. We had a guy named Joey Noto on the team. And Joey got on first base, and Coach Norman, after the first pitch, gave him the steal sign. Joey didn't get it. After the second pitch, Coach Norman gave him the steal sign. Joey didn't get it. Third pitch, Coach Norman gave it to him again. Didn't get it. Coach yells, "Hey, Joey, steal on the next pitch!" Just yelled it across the field. He was safe. Sometimes you can tell them what to do. You tell them what you're going to do. They can't stop it. It's what it is. LSU's best position group on the entire team is that offensive line. You got a lot of questions about your defense and some questions about your quarterback's ability to protect the football. You want to know how to leverage them? You want to know how to reduce some of those variables? Run the ball. I ain't saying it's going to be a Les Miles era all over again. But I'm telling you, when this team needs to, they should be able to run the ball. Will Campbell's telling you point blank, we'll find out on Sunday night if they're able to do it. Thanks so much for watching the video. Remember, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you're notified whenever we post a new video. And our channel is powered by BetUS. 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits, up to $2,000. All the info and the link in the description below.